My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We're almost at 118,000. We're on our way to 120,000 subscribers. Number one, the prosecutor who went ahead and cross-examined. It wasn't really a cross-examination. Dr. Ford, Rachel Mitchell, she's a Republican from Arizona. Notice, number one, notice the immediate, instinctual, visceral reaction by Democrats. Well, she's biased. She's a Republican. Meanwhile, you had James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, who texted each other, Strzok texted, "We'll stop Trump. Trump voters are smelly. Hillary should win 1,000,000-0. There's an insurance policy. Andrew McCabe gets $700,000 funneled to his wife from Terry McAuliffe." No bias there. No bias. Then you have 13 to 17 angry Democrats who are partisan. The definition of partisan. No bias there. In the Mueller probe. No bias. One. Now this is why November 6, 2018, Democrats will lose again. And it'll be a bigger shock than even the election. Republicans will keep the House and keep the Senate. But this is why they will continue to lose, because the double standard is so in your face, so overt. When it comes to true, real crimes with evidence, whether it's Hillary Clinton or whether it's a fabricated farce called Trump Russia, there's still no evidence the DNC was hacked. We have only CrowdStrike, who was outsourced by Hillary Clinton. No bias there. Then we have the Steele dossier, who was actually purchased by Hillary Clinton. No bias there. Starting an investigation to Trump without any evidence of anything. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton transferred top-secret intelligence from SIPRNet, JWICs, and SCIFs onto an once unencrypted server, and oh my God, there's evidence, but she didn't intentionally do it. Now, GOP-hired prosecutor questions credibility of Kavanaugh accuser. Now, this is CBS News. This is not anything conservative. This is actually liberal-leaning. Arizona prosecutor Rachel Mitchell, who was hired by Senate Judiciary Committee Republicans to question Judge Brett Kavanaugh and his accuser Christine Blasey Ford during the committee's hearing into allegations of sexual assault against Kavanaugh, questioned the credibility of her accusations and called the case weak in her assessment. In legal context, here is the bottom line: a he said, she said case. You don't need to be Perry Mason. You don't need to be Alan Dershowitz. I knew this from the start. Everyone knows this. It's a he said, she said. It's incredibly difficult to prove. Well, it's impossible to prove. Mitchell cited Ford's inability to pinpoint when the alleged assault took place, her struggle to clearly identify Kavanaugh as her assailant by name, lack of key details like how she got to the party or where the party took place, and inconsistencies in her account of the encounter as areas of concern in her allegations. Ladies and gentlemen, if the reverse took place, then they would put their thinking caps on. Then they would say, well, you know, what about this, what about that, what about this, what about that? We've seen Democrats cover for Harvey Weinstein. We've seen Democrats cover for lots of people. This is not about the Me Too movement. If you're watching right now and you're saying, H.A., I used to watch you were progressive. No, I care about the Me Too movement. I think that most women tell the truth. I do think that at certain times, definitely something happened to Dr. Ford. She could be telling the truth. I'm not 100% sure. We don't know. But you know what? I'm sorry, but Kavanaugh could be telling the truth. If a human being says, I am innocent, you need to provide evidence of their guilt, or else you'll get people like the great many people who have served prison sentences for assault allegations, and that they were wrongfully accused. Do you want that on your conscious Democrats? Of course, they don't have a Democrat. The Democratic Party has no concept of logic or reason. The Democratic Party, it feels that it needs every advantage possible, and if it doesn't get every single advantage, they call, they say it's not fair. When you have 12 to 13 to 17 angry Democrats who hate Trump and the Mueller probe, one of whom defended the Clinton Foundation, a large percentage of them gave money to the Clinton campaign or to Democrats. They're all Democrats, by the way, not one Republican. People aren't saying, oh, it's bias. Now, with the Arizona prosecutor who asked the most, oh my goodness, she was going out of her way to be generous and to be gracious. You could have asked very simply, I haven't heard, how much did you drink? We know about Kavanaugh. Oh my God, they've criminalized drinking now. Now they're going after, by the way, him to try to say he committed perjury. This is a party that covers for and lionizes John Brennan and James Clapper, who actually did commit perjury, and Hillary Clinton, who perjures herself on a daily basis. You can't. Even saying hello in the morning is probably a lie. But under oath, both John Brennan and James Clapper lied, and Hillary Clinton lied to Peter Strzok, but he didn't care. She said she didn't know what the C meant. She's been in government all her life. The C meant confidential. It didn't mean, catnip. She thought the C on documents meant it was for alphabetical purposes, to file the paper in an alphabetical manner. You can't find any evidence, and now they're going after Dianne Feinstein. Now Lindsey Graham is going to find out what the heck happened. Now Lindsey Graham is on a quest now to find out who leaked Ford's memo from Feinstein's office, and who, by the way, gave Feinstein, or why did she refer an attorney to Kavanaugh's accuser? And they're going after yearbook entries, and I mean, you could spin anyone's yearbook entry, anyone's drinking habits, you could spin anyone's behavior in high school to fit some nefarious Democratic Party narrative. This election on November 6, 2018, I wrote, on May 30th, 2018, on RT's Crosstalk, I stated, they're going to lose. Democrats are going to lose. Republicans are going to keep the House and keep the Senate. I am even more certain than ever now. I wrote my Daily Caller article every day. I just talk about it endlessly. You can't destroy someone, knowingly destroy someone simply to stop them because you lost the election and you can't go ahead and pick Supreme Court justices. Sorry, you have to not be corrupt. You have to not cheat Bernie Sanders, and that's another issue. Bernie has been all over the place. He basically is a Democrat now. Why doesn't he just change his affiliation? He's not independent. He's constantly pushing the Democratic narrative, and they're going to attack him and hurt him. I am telling every Bernie Sanders supporter, Democrats are going to lose November 6, 2018. They're going to blame Bernie Sanders. You will never, ever again hear Medicare for All from any Democrat. Except perhaps the incumbents. They have nothing to lose. There are certain incumbents who might win. Every Medicare for All candidate, almost everyone who's not an incumbent, will be decimated. Andrew Gillum will not win Florida. Ron DeSantis will win Florida. John Cox could come close or win in California. You're in for a rude awakening, Democrats. Just like in 2016 when I said Hillary would not win, and they made fun of me for that. I don't care. I didn't care then. I don't care now. And I'm just saying. Democrats will lose. They'll turn on Bernie Sanders voters. They'll turn on the Green Party like they did with Ohio. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 120,000 subscribers. He's already been exonerated. Get the vote in. Just get the vote in already. It's ridiculous. This is absurd what they're doing. Absolutely absurd. And you're not... you're only hurting the Democratic brand, which stands for nothing. And you're making it an evil, evil, evil entity. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Definitely check out my live streams. They're